lot of highly ambitious women still struggle with people pleasing when it comes to being seen because they learned that approval equals safety. Now, you probably grew up as a hypervigilant child where you learned that the safety cues for what meant you were safe to exist, safe to be there, were ever changing. They were unstable. This is why you learned to emotionally regulate the room. You learned to be incredibly hypervigilant of the people around you, and you started to learn how to reverse engineer who you thought the room needed you to be, so you could then become that thing and then feel like you were safe because you have their approval. So the way that this plays out in our careers and when we are growing our businesses is that we are constantly trying to preempt strangers' perceptions of us. We are trying to say things in the right way. We are trying to create things we think other people need, and it continues to disconnect ourselves from the very thing that we crave, which is to be ourselves. And one step further, to feel love, connection, and belonging through finding people who align with us being ourselves. Because like all self-sabotage, as much as it gives us momentarily feelings of safety, it is also restrictive. It is protective but not productive. And so the thought of being seen on an even bigger scale feels utterly overwhelming as much as exhausting, because you're thinking about how on earth am I going to control the perceptions to become what everyone else needs me to be in order for me to feel safe to be seen on that type of scale. It is you preempting the emotional load you are going to have to take on in order to be seen by that many more people. So your work in undoing this pattern, so that growing your visibility, putting your work out there, actually letting the world get to know who you are and see what you do and sharing your talents, is about creating new safety cues. The stability that you would have craved as a child but never felt that you could really have. The stability in knowing that it is safe to be seen and not be for everyone, and that does not impact your safety. It's in learning how to make rejection feel safe. It's around changing the meaning of being rejected by people and recognizing your value is not tied into how many people like you, that it is safe to make mistakes, it is safe to be imperfect, it is safe to not have to be everything to everyone. Finally putting down that very adult role you picked up as a child that was never your responsibility or your role to have. It's about making rejection so safe to feel in your body that it's no longer a signal of danger. Instead, a really powerful signal helps you be discovered by the people, the opportunities, the brands that align so well for you because they can finally see you. And if you don't know how, hi, my name is Meg and I help ambitious content creators, entrepreneurs, visionary artists like yourself how to embrace the identity that makes being seen and putting your work out into the world a safe thing to do. So if that sounds like you, then make sure you're following me. And then to do this work on a deeper level, you can head to the link in my bio to check out my one-to-one sessions. Mwah.